Okay, good morning. You can start.
A very good morning to Teacher Naraini. Thank you for joining our interview session today. First of all, I would like to introduce my group mates. My name is Vishwa Ramesh. Uh, there is Gayatri Subramaniam, Brittany Vini, Tivashri, and we are from MSUB TESOL course. Okay, the purpose of the interview today is to identify the linguistic and non-linguistic issues among the ESL students. So
Okay.
before we start our questions, teacher,
Mm-hmm.
could you please tell us about yourself, uh, maybe your educational background or your experience?
Okay, my name is Naraini. I've been teaching in this school particularly since 2007. I graduated from UPM, Bachelor of English, majoring in literature. I've been teaching since I think about for almost 30 years plus. Okay.
All right. So shall we start with the first question, teacher?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Can
Okay. The first question is, what are the most common linguistic challenges you encounter among the ESL students?
Okay, among my students, pupils, when I teach English, majority of them are quite fluent, so I normally face problem with grammar and vocabulary. Okay.
All right. Yeah. For the moving on to the second question, teacher, how
Mhm.
do you address these linguistic issues in your classroom?
Okay, to tackle any problem in my classroom, as you know, you have to get to know your students. Okay, your pupils my pupils learn using different methods. For example, some are visual learners, some are auditory learners, and some are kinesthetic learners. So for the visual learners, I normally will use slides. For auditory, I'll use songs, YouTube videos, and for kinesthetic, I engage them in language-based games where they have to walk about, run, and do stuff. Mhm.
Like task-based learning, is it?
Yes, yes, task-based
Yeah.
learning.
Okay. So moving on to the third question, teacher, are
Mhm.
there any specific strategies that you find particularly effective in overcoming these linguistic challenges?
Yes, of course. Normally, for any of my lessons, I use the scaffolding method. Okay, scaffolding method is actually firstly, I would introduce the vocabulary that they need to learn. Okay, uh, f-
Right.
once they have grasped the vocabulary, I move on from easy to more difficult question. Second thing is using the questioning technique. Okay, when you use the questioning technique for higher level questions, according to Bloom's taxonomy, you will ask them to high achievers. So for knowledge based question or simple question, you ask to low achievers. Okay.
All right, teacher. So the next question I will pass to the next, my friend.
Okay.
Good morning, teacher. Hope
Morning,
you have a good
Gayatri.
weekend.
Okay.
So, I would like to ask about the fourth question, which is, can you share an example of non-linguistic issues that you often see among your ESL students as well?
Okay, among my ESL students, if you are talking about non-linguistic issues, is the lack of confidence or shyness that they face. Due to the
Mm-hmm.
lack of confidence, they cannot perform. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for the next question is, how do you approach this non-linguistic problem usually?
Okay, because this is something related to psychological issues, so
Mm-hmm.
it's the approach that you should take is a communicative lesson, give them motivation. Firstly, I'll tackle, of course, one to one, talk to them. Okay, my lessons would be more communicative. I would engage them. In group work, pair work, okay, more than individual because they stammer and stutter when they are left alone. So I will appoint someone who is from the high achievers to become their mentor. So in class, the mentor will coach the mentee.
Oh.
So by that way, they will learn step by step. They will learn slowly. They will gain confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And also, one more important thing is always praise them, give them appreciation for small things that they have done in class, and throw easy questions to them so they'll feel confident. It's not, remember, it's not that they are not fluent. They are fluent, but due to shyness and lack of confidence, they do not want to perform.
Okay. So from the last question is, what resources or strategies do you use to help students overcome non-linguistic barriers?
Okay, what strategies? As I told you,
Mm-hmm.
um, I create a classroom whereby my first lessons I will engage them, give them group work where they have to present in groups. So when they have group presentation, the shy ones will be given a script to read. Well, the high performings, they won't have any scripts. They just perform, they just talk in their class. So the shy one is given a chance to go in front and talk and encouraged by the whole class, and their group mates to present. So slowly but surely they will gain confidence and they will present in class. After you move on to this group work, you uh, maybe perhaps you put them in three in a group and one, and then lastly one to one you call them in front. If they're not confident, you have to get their mentor to stand beside them. It's
Uh,
it's a process that takes a long time, but you will get this.
okay. Thank you, teacher. That's all from me. So I'd like to pass to my friend. So for the next questions.
Okay.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Brittany.
My name is Ricky. So, my question just now you did mention some of the common linguistic challenges. So,
Mhm.
my question is can you describe a situation where you successfully help a student overcome a significant linguistic and non linguistic barrier?
Okay, linguistic and non-linguistic barrier. Okay, my student doesn't talk at all. She hardly opens the mouth, and in any lesson, in fact, in any lesson, hardly opens the mouth in any lesson. So you can imagine going to class and having somebody who doesn't open the mouth. So the first thing that you should do is have a positive mindset, go there, and then, as I told you, always conduct a communicative classroom and pupil centered lessons, whereby teachers do just facilitate your lesson, and this particular student, is given help by her mentee and me guidance all the time, praising. They do not talk, so you have to go to them and listen slowly, okay, what she's trying to say, and then call them in front one to one, and then you can hear her talk. When you are with her, in front of her, then you can listen to her talk, and she's quite fluent. So it is a combination of strategies that you use in class, and also don't forget it's also psychological. So good luck.
Okay. Then my moving on to the second question.
Mhm.
How do you adapt your teaching methods to cater to students with various levels of English proficiency?
Of various level of English proficiency. Okay, how do I cater? For example, okay, the I practice DTL, different teaching and learning strategy. So we have low, mid, and high. Sometimes I give different materials to different students, so you get easier material. For example, if fill in the blanks for the low one, and perhaps rearranging sentences and then coming up with your own sentences. So you have different tasks to be given to different students. That is one. And number two, your task may be different. Perhaps the low one can have a lesser questions to answer, and the higher ones have more. Or if it's the same number of questions they have to answer, the higher one will be appointed to assist the lower ones to complete their task. And you also have, for example, if all the tasks are the same. So you have enrichment activities which you keep uh, for the high achievers who finish fast. So DTL plays plays an important part.
All right, thank you, teacher. Pass to my friend.
All right, thank you.
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Good
So I'm gonna
morning.
proceed with the next question. So,
Okay.
how do you involve parents or guardians in addressing these issues?
Okay. Firstly, if I have a problem, we have a WhatsApp group with parents. So straight away we communicate with parents. Number two, for certain parents, when we do meet like you do right now, they listen to us teaching behind, and they help out. Number three, we have you know what is flipped classroom.
Yes,
Okay, so when we give assignments to them, so the takeaway, so sometimes parent has to butt in and help out. So we also have two times meeting. Yeah, this is formal meeting with the parents, whereby we discuss their level of proficiency. And sometimes, if need, there is need where normally I don't. Only once in a blue moon, we call the parents to come and see us.
moving to
Okay.
the last question. How do you
Yes.
measure the progress of your students in overcoming these issues?
Okay. One moment. Yeah, I have to take something. Okay. This is something that we carry. This one is our lesson plan that we carry. We carry this to the class, and here, as you can see, okay, I will share this with you later. We have each skill that we teach. Okay, each skill that we teach for each class, this whole thick thing with their names in it, we carry it to class. And for the skills that we teach, every time they finish their work, we have to mark and ensure that and put in their band. So this is for PBD. You know what's PBD? Okay, for PBD, so you bring in for each lesson, the skill is marked, so you are monitoring them in everything they do every time you enter class or come out of class. Okay, and we have formative and also summative assessment. As you know, this is, do you think this is formative or summative? I'm asking you questions now. Do you think the one that I assess in the classroom is formative or summative? Okay, I'll
Uh,
answer. Yes, take a guess. Summative,
Summative maybe.
summative is you sum up. Okay, at the end,
Okay.
summative means we have it like an exam form at the end of, like, for example, we have it under UASA, Ujian Akhir Sesi Academic. So that is summative. So this one is a formative assessment. Okay, we do it all the time in the classroom. So is it clear? So
Yes.
from this assessment that we do, we will tackle if you're weak, we'll give enrichment activities and so on.
Okay. Thank you, teacher. Thank you for letting us know some new things.
Okay. Yes. 1 minute, yeah. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us in our interview, teacher. We
Yes.
are very glad to interview you today.
All right. Hopefully, you are. I have helped you to complete your task, and good luck in your future undertakings. And hopefully, you become a good English language teachers. All the best.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, teacher.
If you need anything, please you can contact me. Okay.
All right, teacher. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, teacher.
All
Thank
Thank
right.
you.
Thank
you.
you. Welcome. Bye.